We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on Isaiah Wynn, Miami Dolphins left guard, and he really just like earned the starting spot. Like he showed why they put him in as the starter in this week, and he played pretty much all the snaps. I think he missed like one snap to Eichenberg, but he's definitely the better option. He looked really, really nice in pass protection overall. I think his run game could still use some improvement, but like versus this interior line, like he gave up zero pressures, zero hits, all that type of good stuff. He just looked really comfortable. His technique was good. His hand placement. The feet, really liked his athleticism. Like his mirror and match ability out there looked really nice. His left guard looks like his natural position, to be honest. I have seen him play pretty much all the spots across the line. He definitely, this is one of the better games that he's looked in playing left guard. This guy playing as a 3-tech, and he just matches him pretty nicely. Gets aggressive in his set, and you can see everyone else kind of gets pushed back. It's a quick slant, ball coming out quickly. Like this did happen. Like the O-line did play overall really well, but there was times where they got the ball out pretty quickly, and the pressure would come just because Tua knew what to do with the ball, or he would escape. So here, Isaiah Wynn, aggressive, gets out on that jump set, gets hands in immediately. He was very attack heavy with his hands, wasn't super patient, and then this guy's trying to hand fight, and you can just see the grip strength to stay in the chest there, sort of reset, like because he goes wide and he's able to just instantly reset. Hands are tied with feet perfectly. I think that was my favorite part about his play in this game, is just the hands and the feet together, and he's staying square. Base is good. He's got a knee bend there, and you can tell that he's, not overextending, lunging over the top is where a lot of guys get in trouble. Like the interior line really gave him no problems at all when he was in pass protection. Some plays he was just like locking people up, squaring them up, taking them on technique wise. Some people he was just taking completely out of the play, using that athleticism. He not really going to get beat with speed like this to the outside when someone tries to beat him with athleticism. Athleticism is one of the better parts of his game. He gets out here, sees 95, attack hard to the outside, and he just drives him, keeps him all the way to the outside. Like, I honestly don't even know what the 3-tech's trying to do here. Maybe he thinks they're, Mac's supposed to loop in, but he doesn't, and he just completely washes him out of the play. Like, had a couple plays, examples like that. It looked really just nice overall, one in a couple different ways, but he really got isolated a lot. Like right here, they slide to the right, so he gets some isolated matchups, and both of these just true one-on-ones, like with a lot of space to work with. Like 95 has all this room to work to the inside, and he maintains that half-man relationship, forces him to attack to the outside, and then washes him out. Pretty good work by Isaiah Wynn. Was really impressed with what I saw overall with his pass protection work. Really like this finish on this block from Wynn right here. Just getting this guy to the ground. Some nastiness to his game. Guy actually, gets upfield pretty quickly. Takes him to the ground. Really nice work. Just finishing on this block. Some good grip strength to sustain here. Because he shoots up through that B gap right away. And you can just see how Wynn reacts to this. Like, he gets out pretty, he's very comfortable. Like, he doesn't really panic here, which I like. But this guy does get a nice little low leverage bull rush on him, and his hands go a little too wide. So he kind of misses the placement there, but he just sticks with it, uses his own momentum against him, and is able to sort of reset, dig down, and then use his lower half to drive and then extend those hands to wash his guy out of the play and finish. That flag is not holding. That flag was face mask. But yeah, really good rep there from Isaiah Wynn, just not allowing those guys to have a chance. Really want to see what happens when he gets some like elite, because the Chargers don't really have any elite interior guys. Like the tackles did really solid in this game, but they had really tough matchups, so they did lose some reps in pass protection. But Wynn really wasn't struggling at all in that area. So we'll see what happens when he faces some top tier talent, and then definitely want to see an improvement in the running game, because I feel like the right side is definitely a little stronger in that area right now when it comes to running the ball. Like when they tried running the ball to the left, especially in the second half, they struggled a little bit for sure. Here's probably the only, rep versus the run I'm going to show, and he just does do a good job, helps sealing this off for the touchdown, the 2-yard Mostert touchdown. Pretty impressive recovery here too. Just he kind of slips and falls to his knee, but still keeps his positioning and leverage. Like good hands. This is just good athleticism overall. Cutting this guy off. He's a 3-tech. Explode off the ball. Pretty good burst off the ball there. Pretty good base technique overall. Then extend, get control, sustain, and then just move yourself to this position. He kind of falls off balance here, but is able to, fall to that knee, still block this guy off and shield this, which allows Mostert to hit into here, carry his momentum into the end zone, like the athleticism overall. Could still use some work in the running game. He's definitely better in the running game when he gets to be with his his athleticism on the move, get to the second level, things like that. So I think once they O line gets a more chance to work together, gel, it'll be pretty nice. And we'll see what happens when Armstead's next to him, because Kendall M played pretty good, but Armstead is obviously one of the best of the best, so that could also help out his game too. I really like how aggressive Isaiah Wynn will play in his pass sets, especially on these play actions. They just let him get upfield like that. Like their first step is forward, which also does a really good job of like making it look like it's going to be a running play, and these guys don't fire up the field. That's why Tua has a lot of clean pockets off these play actions when they really sell it up front. Like you can see, first step forward, and no one's just shooting upfield. Everyone's staying patient. No one is trying to really win right away, and then they realize this pass. Now they're going, but it's too late. Tua has all the time in the world. Wynn really just dominates his rep. That guy has no chance at all. Find Tyreek Hill down the field. This is why I love McDaniel's scheme, and I was not as worried about the O-line this year as I was in years past, because McDaniel's scheme really does a great job of helping out these guys up front for the most part. Obviously, there's plays where you're in third and long situations, and it's just straight up, like there's nothing you can do to like disguise it. You can always help them out. But when getting up here, getting aggressive, and he just does a good job with his hands, his feet, maybe hand a little too wide out there. He at least tries to reset it, ends up going back to the exact same spot. But you can tell he's still balanced, under control. His feet are very active. He's not getting like driven back really at all. Just moving him to the side. Good anchor, good play strength as well. A lot of things to be, excited about for Isaiah Wynn. Definitely like him over Eichenberg. He's not a perfect player by any means. Like there were still some struggles he had even in preseason. But this first game of the regular season, I think honestly was the best I'd seen him so far, even out of the preseason game. So definitely nice to see how he looked. Want to see him, do this consistently for more games at a time. Because if the O-line can look like this offense is going to be so dangerous, because Tua gets some time. Tyreek and Waddle are going to get open for sure eventually. Can't run man-to-man against this team with those wide receivers, and Tua is one of the best, I think, in the NFL at really just picking zones apart over the middle of the field like that. So yeah, we'll see how it all works out. Isaiah Wynn, definitely excited that he's the left guard option. I think he gives them the best chance to help this team up front. And if Armstead comes back, I mean, they have a really nice looking starting group with really some depth with a swing tackle. And I even think they have guys, when Robert Jones comes back healthy, he's also a solid player. And I mean, they still have Eichenberg, who can be like the backup center if needed to. Another solid rep in pass pro for my guy Isaiah Wynn here. He does would like to see him maybe sometimes switch up things with his hands. He was just aggressive, but maybe sometimes be patient, do things a little differently, not always do the two-hand stab. There's things you can do to mix it up, but he was just winning these battles pretty much with ease here. You can see how comfortable his feet are, and I like what he does here on this rep specifically. It's easier to see from this end zone view angle, but how he's just in a very ready stance. The base, the knee bend, good lean right there over the top, not too over the top. Like Lamb's leaning a little too far forward, bending at the waist. He still does a decent job in this game. But look, he has a powerful inside hand. He shoots the inside. That inside hand is like your stopping power hand. He's able to do that, and then reset. Boom, feet tied with hands. His hands are able to reset, get into the chest while his feet are mirroring and matching that defensive tackle. Those are really nice reps. Like that makes me feel very confident about his future at the left guard position, because this is really textbook stuff that you like to see. And he sort of sticks with it long enough for Tua to throw it down the field. There's good coverage, but definitely like what I saw on this rep from Isaiah Wynn. Definitely one of my favorite reps from his. Last play that I'm going to break down for Isaiah Wynn. This is the 4th and 7 that they converted, which was such a huge play call. Like really gutsy call from McDaniel in this game. Then, after this, like second half, it's a lot of similar stuff. A lot of schemed up protection, so he doesn't get a ton of one-on-ones. But I do like this work from here. He kind of, gives it up a little bit at the end, but he's blocking long enough. The initial part, there's a lot of space. They're sliding to the right, so they're leaving him one-on-one with 56. 56 gives him like a big club. He loses that inside contain just a little bit, but he's able to just instantly recover, get his hands back into a good spot with his feet there to help, and just give Tua enough time. This is a nice recovery, nice resetting of the hands with a good athleticism, and then it doesn't, the guy doesn't break off until it's a little bit too late. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.